Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I created this gold and bronze look paired with red lips, and I'm also going to give you a second lip option. So if you're interested in learning how to achieve this look, please keep watching. I want my skin to look really dewy and glowy, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to first use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Opal. And for a foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match. So you can see my skin looks actually glowy because of this skin perfector that I used before going in with my foundation. And that's something I like doing whenever I do a more dramatic look. I feel like, especially if it's nighttime, it looks really cool. So now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. As usual, I'm just going to be applying it under my eyes to cover my dark circles. So yeah, it's definitely too light for my skin tone, but we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. Now just to highlight my face a little bit, I'm going to be using a different concealer because I feel like this one's way too light for my skin tone. So I'm using the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit here on the sides of my nose and here as well. Just to kind of like even out my skin color so it doesn't look too bright under my eyes and everything else looks darker. That way it's more even. See, I think I made it work a little bit better by highlighting my face. I hope, I mean, it looks good to me. So now I'm going to set my face with the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm using my Sigma F35. And I'm going to be applying that all over my face. I'm also going to set my under eye area with the same powder. This step is so important if you're using this concealer because, again, since it's such a heavy, thick concealer, it will crease throughout the day if you don't set it well with a powder. So make sure you do this step, especially if you're using this kind of thick concealer. So now I'm going to contour my face a little bit with the L'Oreal True Match powder in Classic Tan. Following my hairline and going upwards. I'm going to contour a little bit around my jawline. Again, this just makes your face look slimmer. And I always take my contour down or my bronzer down to my neck area to make sure that the color matches my neck. Otherwise, you'll look crazy. The worst thing is when your face looks super bronzed and then your neck looks white. That has happened to me before. Actually, when I look back to my pictures when I was younger, I was crazy. I would have like super bronzed face and then my neck was pale. So I'm going to be using the Becca Songbird Blush. Songbird. For a more dramatic look, I do like to contour my nose a little bit. You can definitely skip this step if you don't feel like you need to, but I want to, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to just be applying this to the sides of my nose. Whoa. Whenever you mess up your contour or you go too intense with it, you can actually make your nose look wider. So what I'm going to be doing is, again, using my setting powder, the Laura Mercier one. I'm going to be applying a little bit on the sides of my nose. Just to clean out that contour. See? And then it looks slimmer again. So now I'm going to start working on my eyes. And today I'm going to be using the Naked Urban Decay. I think this is the first palette that they came out with. This is what it looks like. It has a bunch of coppery and gold colors, which is what I'm looking for today. So I'm going to take my Morphe M433 and using the color Buck, I'm going to start applying that all over my crease. So I am taking this color down into the outer V of my eye, just to give it some dimension since it's a darker color. As you can see, I'm not applying any product to the center of my eye because later on I'm going to be using a very gold color there. So now I'm going to be working on the center of my eye, and this is something I've never used before, so I'm excited. It's the Color Tattoo by Maybelline, and it's like a liquid product for your eyes. So it's really nice, it's really pigmented. And I'm just gonna apply this color on top of it. And obviously it's just gonna make the color pop even more and be more bright. So, and with my Morphe M433, again, I'm blending the colors together, making sure there's no harsh lines. And I'm gonna take it a little bit higher, just here. Like I'm not gonna go higher than the beginning of my crease, basically. Just here, like down the outer V of my eye, and then a little bit higher, like that. And using my Morphe M213, I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line, like that. I feel like I do want to make it darker, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the color Smog, I think it's called, yeah, Smog, and just apply it to the outer part of my lower lash line, like that. I'm not gonna take it too far, just the outer part. Okay, so I already applied individual lashes to my right eye, so I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one. And what you do is you apply a tiny dot of the lash glue. The longer you wait for them to dry, the better it's gonna be, the easier it's gonna be to apply. So what I'm gonna do while I wait for them to dry is I'm gonna apply mascara to my bottom lashes. Okay, so I think the lash glue is already tacky enough and easier. It's gonna be easier for me to apply. So let me see how I can show you this. So you're gonna place them as close to your lash base as possible. Okay, so there is a little bit of glue there, but don't worry, it'll dry clear. Lips, I decided to use a dark lip. I'm gonna be using the Smashbox liquid lipstick in the color Bang Bang. So this is the final result. I would usually just pair this eye look with a nude lipstick just because it's really dramatic, but I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and try something new. And the good thing is makeup. If you don't like it, you can remove it and try something different. So I am going to be giving you a different lip option just so you have two options. So for the second lip option, I'm going to be using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Stockholm. So now I'm going to set my face with the Mario Badescu Rose Water.
And that completes this look. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
That's it. Bye!